How are we in the one of the richest countries in the world, and you have American citizens, children freezing to death in Detroit? I'll be back. Hey everyone, welcome back. New listeners, thank you for showing up and listening. I have two separate stories, two separate tragic incidents that both occurred in the state. I was about to say the state. Both occurred in the state of Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. And yeah, it's crazy. So, and they're both involving minors. Two black mothers and their small children. Okay, I wanted to share this briefly before I get into the stories about my experience in the cold. I'm on the East Coast. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm on the West Coast. California specifically. Well, when you say West Coast, you normally think about California, right? Okay, so I'm in California, and I'm cold. I'm in Southern California, and I sometimes wake up cold to the point where I don't want to do anything until I get some heat. I don't even think about doing anything because it's that cold. Some other people from the East Coast, Midwest, where it gets really cold, they'll say, our temperature is like, I'll look at my temperature on my clock and it'll say 43 something degrees outside. They say that's summer. Well, listen, it's summer to you, but it's not summer to me. It's cold. I said that to say I can't tolerate the coldness that I feel out here in California. So I can't imagine what the hell it felt like in Detroit. I don't even, my mind won't even process that. I was living in New York for a couple of years. The first year we were out there, it didn't really snow, right? And people that we had met when we were out there told us that prior to that year we were out there, it was snowing like crazy every year. And it was weird and strange how it didn't really snow that year. And I was thinking to myself, that was God. He knew we wasn't ready. But I was excited. Y'all just don't know what kind of relationship I had with my God. And some might think, oh, okay, well, maybe it's just, climate change. Maybe it just didn't snow that year. No, I'm telling you. I'm telling you why it didn't snow. I told you why it didn't snow like that. Because he knew we wasn't ready. You can take it or leave it. That's why I keep telling y'all, if y'all listening, those who have ears to hear, and I keep telling y'all in due time. Okay. So anyway, I was just like, the first year was like, okay, I can handle this. I guess I got big bold because I was anticipating the winters being like that. Next year, it was regular winter snowing season. I cried because that's how cold it got. It was cold to the point that I cried. It's funny, but it's not funny because when you're thinking about people being in that kind of temperature, the weather, that they actually freeze to death, ain't nothing funny about that. They told me New York is so serious about the winter out there that if you look like you are not dressed appropriately in that kind of weather, they would lock you up. That's what they told me. They told me and my sister that. Because we was joking about something about how the winters are in California compared to New York, where in the winter in California you can still go outside with slides and flip-flops on and shorts. Really, that's kind of winters we're used to. But they were saying if you did that out there, they will lock you up because they think you're crazy. Okay, let's get on to the first story that no one is really... I mean, I think some people are talking about it, but they're not talking about it like the one we just discovered about the woman and her family basically living in a vehicle and the 2 children froze to death. Here's a separate incident that occurred in Detroit, and it happened last month. Michigan deputy resigns after missing woman, children found frozen. Detroit area mom Monica Kennedy and her 2 sons were found frozen to death in the field. I want to know why the deputy resigned, so let's find out together. A sheriff's deputy sent to search for a Detroit area mother and her 2 young sons, whose bodies were later found frozen in a field, has resigned. The Oakland County Sheriff's Office said the deputy stepped down January 22nd. The Detroit News reported Monday the deputy's name was not released. The bodies of Monica, 35, Kyle Milton, 9, and Malik Milton, 3, were found January 15th in Pontiac after Monica's 10-year-old daughter went to a home near the field and told someone her family was dead. What? A 10-year-old? Can you imagine how traumatizing that was? They were not dressed properly for the cold weather. An autopsy report listed hyperthermia as the cause of their deaths. Monica had been experiencing mental health issues, and the family members were trying to get her psychiatric care. You see, this is the second family that was trying to get help. Okay. She believes someone was trying to kill her and that everybody was in on it before she and her children died. That's what, the sheriff was reporting. Authorities first were notified about the family on January 13th. At the time, I think it's Kennedy refused help. The family was spotted again later that afternoon, and a deputy was sent to check an area about 20 miles northeast of Detroit for the family. The area was not completely searched, and the deputy also did not find or make contact with them, the sheriff's office said. Other deputies later searched that day, but also failed to find the family. So I'm trying to figure out, that's the end of the article. Why did he resign? Oh, okay. I guess when they supposedly went, they didn't do too much looking. So that's why, something it was a reason you resigned. Because it was like, man, did you really look? Or did you just, sit in your car and drive by? Okay. But yeah, she had a mental breakdown, they say. And I guess she went off, fled to wherever she thought her and her children would be safe, and they ended up freezing to death. And that's a horrible way to die. Being frozen to death is a horrible way to die. Okay, now let's talk about the situation that everyone is talking about now that I guess the state of Michigan is looking very embarrassed for how 2 families have suffered great tragedies, right? Children freezing to death. That's not a good look, especially when you had illegal immigrants coming out here living real big. Didn't have to be concerned about anything, and now you have natural born citizens, children freezing to death because they needed help and they didn't get it. So listen to what happened. I'm gonna just play a little bit of the news clip of Tatiana talking about her life and what happened. Check this out.
But first, breaking news in the sibling tragedy that shook Metro Detroit after 2 kids died of apparent hypothermia in a casino parking garage.
Yesterday, I woke them up to wake them up from school. My son wasn't moving. And I kept saying, Freddie, please get up. Please. Please, for me, just get up. Don't do this to me. And I tried to give him CPR because I'm a senior in the medical assistant. I've been working there since I was 17. I tried to give him CPR and I was just giving him CPR. I just kept saying, Freddie, don't leave me. Don't leave me, please. I saw the green and brown stuff come out of his mouth. I instantly rushed him to the hospital. I was yelling out the window, stop, stop, stop. We gotta get through traffic. My baby, he's dying. We get to the hospital. I told valet, can you go get some help? He took too long, so I got out the car to get help. They came to the car, instantly grabbed my baby on his head, get a stretcher. He's not breathing. Help. Cold blue. Everybody tried. I didn't even know my 2-year-old was dying. I was in it with my 9-year-old. And they brought her in. Right after they pronounced him dead. I asked everybody for help. I called out of state. I called cities I didn't know. I called cities people asked me to call. I even asked Detroit. I've been on cam list for the longest. Everybody now wants to help. After I lost 2 kids, I've been asked for help. I feel like it wasn't their time. I did everything I was supposed to do. They had everything. Everything they wanted. Only thing they didn't have was a house.
That's how it always is. When you ask for help, nobody is there to help. You know, damn near slam the door in your face. And then you have homeless organizations that are set aside or erected just for that, to help you when you become homeless. And a lot of those, I keep telling you guys, are gimmicks. A lot of those were set up by people for profit. You get money. The city give you money. The state give you money. And I'm not saying a lot. I said a lot. I didn't say all. A lot of these homeless organizations have been erected for the past 10, 15 years just to get money. And then it's up to the watchers, the watchdog groups, to go and make these people accountable. Go see where the money is going. Who's getting the money? Who's getting the materials and donations that are given to these organizations that's supposed to help people in need? They're not being observed. The watchdogs ain't watching no more. The watchdog groups ain't watching no more. That's how this is happening. This woman says she did everything she could possibly do and nobody helped her. And then I was thinking, because she her gas went out and she had to sleep in the park in the parking lot of a casino. I was like, I wish she had went inside the casino, spoke to the manager or someone in charge and asked if it was possible that they could donate her a room. Yeah, a miscellaneous room, a room that employees use or don't really use. Something. It wouldn't have cost them anything. I'm sure they have something set aside where they can let you stay in a room if it's an emergency, free of charge. But I'm sure she didn't want to hear no. I'm sure she didn't want to get out the car and go and humble herself and ask these people for help. You know how hard it is to ask for help? Especially when 9 times out of 10 somebody you're gonna get like 9 no's before you get a yes. And the cold part is the father of these children. Now see, I have an issue with fathers in general, not just black fathers, because like I said, the ones who are put under a bad light are black fathers. But you have fathers that all walk of life who are deadbeats. Not just black fathers who are deadbeat. Let's get that let's put that out in the open. They like to talk bad about them, but they're not the only ones who are deadbeat. You have white fathers who are deadbeat. You have Hispanic fathers who are deadbeat. You get what I'm saying. But this guy right here, I am a bona fide champion of black men. You could never get me to turn against black men. Only way I would turn against black men is if you caused me to turn against your ass. That's a whole different story. I don't let what people say about others determine how I feel about you. You are the one who can determine how I feel about you. Your actions are your lack of. But anyway, this guy took the cake. He is like, I think he probably ruined his whole life by his demeanor and response to this situation. While you on camera looking like you done just got paid and you done just was shopping at the mall, not a discount store. You done just took your ass shopping at the mall and your children were homeless. Check this out.
Darnell Curry Sr. wiped away tears while talking with me about his children, Darnell Jr. and Amelia, and the distressing phone call he says he took from their mother, Tatiana Williams, on Monday.
I went to the gym. As soon as I got on the treadmill, she called saying, can I make it to the hospital right now? They got him. I was hoping it was a sick joke, but it wasn't.
She says she reached out to Curry, who's the father of 3 of her children.
I asked him, I said, can you get your kids for me? I said, I need help. You know I'm homeless. I done kept a room this long. I couldn't keep it no more.
They were homeless. Had Tatiana ever reached out asking to...
No, she did not.
I don't believe for one second that this woman didn't reach out to this man and she has 3 children by him. You gonna sit here on camera and say that she did not ask you for help? At this point, I want to see phone records. Let me see your phone records, and so you can prove that she didn't call you and ask you for help. I don't believe it. Said that she couldn't do it anymore by herself. She didn't have any money for a hotel room anymore, and she asked you for help because she couldn't do it anymore, and your ass gonna sit there and lie. I don't believe it. Listen to the rest of what he says.
She did not. All she said was, can I get him? Can I get him just to get him? And can I get him because y'all homeless? That's 2 different things.
She said,
now see, this is the effery I'm talking about. Now he's sitting here trying to specify how she should have asked him for help. Well, asking me to get him just to get him and asking me to get him because she homeless are 2 different things. Why she had to tell you why she needed you to get your children that you help to procreate? Why? Was she needed that reason for you to take care of your children? What, you wanted to make sure she wasn't running out there with some other dude or having a girls' night? Would you want to make sure she has to watch the kids 24 hours a day while you go hanging out, going shopping at the mall, and maybe hooked up with another chick? It was a guy who broke down how he felt about the whole situation. I thought he was going to be one of them dudes that, try to get a dude to pass and put it all on the woman. You know how that is, especially the black community. Black women are to blame for everything, even the war in, over there in Europe. He was breaking it down about him. He was like, hold up. All it is he said this goes on a lot in the black community. You was trying to make her pay. You, for whatever reason, you gonna make her pay. That's why you didn't take them children in.
Homeless. I thought you always supposed to reach back out if they don't reach out to you, just to check on their well-being, to make sure, blase. They didn't do that. The thing that's really getting to me is the dad. So they interviewed the dad. The dad looked well put together. Ain't showing no remorse, no sympathy. This motherfucker had the nerve to say because they asked him, did she tell you that she was homeless to get the kids, yada yada? He said no. She asked him, can he get the kids? And he told her he had work and his family all lived around the corner from where she had. They didn't live close in range, and he had to work and he had to do this, blah, 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 excuses. He goes off to say, telling me to get the kids and specifying that you're homeless to get the kids is 2 different things. What? What type of stupid shit is that? You could tell he must have, and then he said she called him when he was at the gym, just got on a treadmill. How the fuck you got time to go to the gym and you work and you can't get your kids, but you got time to go to the gym? And that's what's crazy. I feel like he had something against the mom and was trying to make the mom suffer. You get what I'm saying? Now look what the fuck happened.
What was your real reason for not checking in on your kids? I don't care if she did want a break. That was your responsibility to help this woman. Now the whole world is seeing how much of a bum you are. Listen to the rest of this part right here. He needed serious PR. Listen to the next part.
She said she had been homeless for 3 months.
That's what I saw, about 3 months, but she ain't never said nothing to me. Nothing. So all them other side stories, they can cut all that. No, she did not.
I'm done. That was very disheartening. It's like your family should really sit you down and have a nice long talk to you, because that's tragic. That is tragic that you can be that cold-hearted. Bring 3 lives into this world. Help bring 3 lives into this world and not be there for them. Now, what kind of relationship you gonna have with the other child that's still alive, knowing that you weren't there to help the other 2? Because when they get older and the realization hits them that you weren't there for them, you were in the gym getting buff, getting straight for somebody. I don't know who you was going to the gym for, because I doubt seriously if it was just for yourself. Although I'm not saying everybody who work out, they doing it for somebody else, but let's be realistic. A lot of people are shallow. They doing it for other people. So how you going to explain to your child who's still alive that you weren't there to help them? They're going to remember it. They're going to remember what you did or didn't do. So how you going to rectify that? Ain't no damn work. I told y'all. Oh my God. And not just him, his family. How you going to deal with having a son or a nephew or a cousin who let his children freeze to death after the mother reached out to them? You got to prove to us that woman didn't reach out to you. No. You did say she asked for help, but she didn't specify what she needed the help for. She had to specify what she needed the help for. You should have said she should have got down on her knees and begged you. That's what you should have just said. You should have just came out and said that. How many women have to damn near cry just to get the father of their children to help them? Now, the ones that don't, there's some beautiful men out there that don't even need all that. You call them, the woman call them like, I need some help. They like, I got you. I'm not talking about them men. I'm talking about this men who are like this man. And then you sit back and be quiet when women, specifically black women, are given a hard time. You don't say nothing. You don't say, well, you know what? I can be a piece of crap. I know I can do better. You don't come out. You ain't gonna step up and admit that you ain't ish, that you don't help, that you're one of the reasons why she's on welfare, because you're not helping financially. You spending your money on your clothes or your shoes or another chick, but you damn sure ain't gonna spend it. You know what? This is craziness. This is absolutely insane. Even animals have sense enough to take care of their litter. People, it seems like mankind are the only creatures on this earth that can not give a F about life. You bring a child in this world and you act like you ain't got no responsibility. Who raised you? How do you even sleep at night having a mentality? No, you have children all over the place that you don't take care of and you don't see. He was cool with just seeing his children once a month, a few times out the month on FaceTime, knowing the mother was homeless. And you went to bed good and slept good at night and got up and took your ass to work, but wasn't using not 1 cent of your paycheck to help this woman and your children. Oh, that's so disgusting. All right, I'm about to shut the shop down. I'm about to shut it down. And just do everybody that this woman asked for help, every single organization that could have helped, that didn't help. I'm not talking about the ones that didn't have it. Every organization that didn't help, every family member that didn't help, every one of this trifling Negroes family members who didn't help, and you could have helped. You ain't gonna have a good year. 25 ain't gonna be for you, and the years to follow ain't gonna be for you, because you are those children's blood is on your hands. That's all I gotta say, folks. Thank you for your time and attention. And I will be back in the next video real soon. Deuces.